Change your thoughts and change your life. Hello, friend. Thank you for asking for more information. Change is a challenging thing to do, especially when we are set in our ways. By definition, change has many meanings, but personally, I prefer to think of change as a transformation, like transforming your thoughts, transforming yourself, transforming your life. In recent years, I have discovered that change has to start with the one in the mirror. Hello, I am Maximino Lavoy. Once upon a time, I found myself in a situation of changing a career, chasing status quo, chasing money. And then one day, I found myself a 64-year-old retired disabled veteran on Social Security. To make matters worse, in March 2019, the government started to collect $1,000 a month out of my disability check for a Passover payment. I found myself in a financial bind, but I did not panic or stress out. Instead, I started looking for ways to replace that income. Going back to work was out of the equation. Being a disabled veteran on Social Security, I had no power, I had no control over my income. I spent 21 years in the Army until my retirement. When I enlisted in 1973, they promised us medical and dental insurance and a retirement check for the rest of our lives. By the time I retired in 1994, I had to pay for my own dental and medical insurance. And I am grateful that I used the veteran medical facilities for some disabilities that I acquired during my service. So I found myself trying to make a decision, trying to make a change in my life so I could move forward, so that I won't have to depend so much on the government for my income and pay raises. All my pay raises are going toward Medicare and medical insurance every year. I am very grateful that I had that. But sadly, we worked so hard, so long, and for so many hours. We sacrificed precious time with our families, our children. We sacrificed time doing the things we love and the time to take a vacation every year. Always trading our most valuable time for money, a time that we'll never get back. For most of us, we'll never get out of the rat race if we don't make a drastic change to better our situation. I know what it's like to being gone all the time. I used to leave my children for days, weeks, months, even years. One time I had to deploy to Germany for 2 years when my son was 2, and when I came back, he was 4, and he barely recognized me. So I know what it's like to make all those sacrifices to have something for the future, to have something to fall back on in our older age. But once you get there, you realize that you needed to have a plan B, because your retirement probably doesn't go to cover all your expenses or the lifestyle you want to have. I want to ask you, my friend, do you have a plan B? Here I am in this predicament, and I needed to make a change in my life. For things to change, I had to make a shift, but I didn't know which way to go. But about 7 years ago, I became interested in enjoyable activities on YouTube. I started going fishing and started learning to play different musical instruments to help pass time and to help me with my PTSD. Anyway, one time last year, around summer 2019, while watching my favorite fishing channel, I came across this advertising. I never stopped for the advertisements, but there was 2 ads. I saved one and watched the other. In the video, this young man was sharing how his life has changed tremendously from being a cement truck driver to having a steady income just by doing internet marketing online. He was sharing that he connected with this training, and he was sharing a link to a series of videos, free videos that helped him get started. I got the workshops right away, I was a little skeptical because there is so much hype out there, but I continued to be immersed in the videos. I plugged into what this other gentleman named Stuart was sharing. He was providing fantastic information on how to sell any product, whether yours or someone else's, with learning internet marketing. Right away, I started realizing that this was something for me, something that I could do from home with just a computer and an internet connection. It was something that goes with my interests, passions, values, and previous computer skills. Acquired from 1994 to about 2007. I had a great job, but I had to leave it because of my back condition. Not having any extra funds, I had to sell a few of my instruments like the acoustic drum, the electric guitar, and the timbales to raise enough money to enroll as a student and learn internet marketing. I continued to grow and enroll in more advanced education. And within 6 months, with a ton of hard work and lots of support and guidance, I have been transforming from being a retired veteran on Social Security into a solo entrepreneur, having fun, freedom, and fulfillment, operating a fully automated internet marketing business, running 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, whether in my pajamas or dressed up. I always dream of working on my pajamas since I was in the military. I don't mind working hard as long as I am creating something for myself and those I love. Now, my friend, I am going to be very honest and upfront with you. Learning internet marketing is very difficult. I compare it with going through military boot camp. This training is not for the fainted of heart, and this is not a get rich quick gimmick. You have been warned. Now, by taking that first step and in making those changes, you can make a change in your life. Because it is so sad that we are looking for retirement age, and when we get there, we have to go back to work to make ends meet. I retired in 1994 from the Army after 21 years, looking forward to retirement, but they cut my pay in half from an income I couldn't live on in first place. So I had to look for another job. I had to go back to school and start a different career. I did not have a plan B. So I know what is to have to make changes as I decided to connect with this community, as I joined with this industry and this training. I realized that I can change my frame of mind and a matter of thought and do something I could be proud of and don't have to depend on the government for my income. I'm looking forward to doing this with my adult son. I see them struggling, especially during the last 5 months. I have a son that had to quit his job because of same conditions at work, a position he needed to put food on his table. He was sacrificing himself, possibly getting sick that other people could have access to their groceries. But he was very disappointed that his boss could not take what's going on in the world seriously, while my son was making him thousands of dollars a day. I see my youngest son coming home after a long day at work, go back to take care of the kids so his wife could go work late hours so he could make ends meet. The oldest son has been an educator for over 20 years and he's close to retirement and he's still paying for his student loans. So I can relate it to what you might be going through because I see it firsthand with my adult sons. I see it with my significant other being concerned about her job as a librarian. But thanks God she's working from home. I've been able to help her with some of the skills in making videos. She's been creating videos from children's stories. She's involved with the English-Spanish bilingual reading program. We've been working together and we're learning and growing together. Anyway, I don't know what your situation is. I can't guess. I will not try to guess. I only could relate with what I see in my country, in my city of Dallas, Texas, and what I see with my adult son. I want the best for them. I want the best for my grandchildren, their children. The best way I can help them is to encourage them to learn some new skills. I share with them the realization that the traditional economy is not working anymore and the trends are moving toward the digital economy. I inform them that the traditional education is too expensive, it's not serving us any longer. With that insight, the two youngest are working on some projects that will be helping them with their website and internet marketing campaigns. When I first got started, I was making it all about me, my dreams, success, fun, freedom, and fulfillment. But now I realize that what gives me the greatest satisfaction and fulfillment is the awareness that I could help others get out of their rat race. I am paying it forward. Well, friend, if this resonates with you and you don't have a plan B, if you feel that when you retire, you won't have the income or the freedom to do what you love and for yourself and your family, with your permission, I want to share this workshop series that have helped many find success online. I ask if this is for you and with your consent, provide your information and start getting the workshops immediately so you can make a wise decision. You can unsubscribe at any time. I want to ask you for a favor, if I may. I would like to ask you that when you start having your desired success, please share it with someone you think could benefit from it and who needs to get out of the rat race too. Again, thank you for your time. I love you. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Anyway, I see you on the other side.